Hello, how are you? My phone is on 21%. I just drove 20 hours to get here. I don't know where my charger is. My tripod's broken. But we have to talk, okay? I'm sorry that we are talking on such bad terms, but I do feel I just need to say something so that I don't feel so crippled in pain. As a sensitive person, I feel pain a lot for others, so especially when crazy things are happening and there's a lot of pain going on, I mean, it's just, I could curl up in bed and die, but I don't want to do that because that is not honoring me, that is not honoring people in pain, that's not honoring anyone, that's not helping anyone. But I did want to come on here and talk about that helpless feeling because, you know, I often get this feeling of I need to save the world, and then I don't know where's the balance between not completely letting that go because then I won't do anything, but also not letting it drive me absolutely mad because I won't do anything. You know, there needs to be a middle ground. And what does that middle ground look like? When I see a piece of news that is bad, I immediately get this superpower feeling, like I need to swoop in and do something. And is it egotistical? I don't know, maybe partially, but it is mostly because I care for other people and I want other people to be happy mentally, physically. That's just feels like my life purpose, right? So when that isn't happening on a mass scale, it's extremely upsetting. It's extremely upsetting to the average person, but especially when I feel my life's purpose is to bring joy to others and help others bring joy to themselves. It's like, wow, there's so many people that don't even have the opportunity to do that. And then it makes me feel like survivor's remorse, you know? Well, if you're also struggling with feelings of feeling helpless, either feeling completely helpless and disturbed or just completely numb because you're desensitized to the pain and the suffering and the chaos, because that is also a goal right now, I think, for some people, to just destabilize us and make us feel helpless. And I want to make sure that that's not happening, and that if you're listening to this, that doesn't happen to you or me. I want to attempt to prevent that as much as possible. So if you also get these feelings of, well, I need to devote my life to making the world a better place now, I need to be in the action, I need to be a fighter, I need to do this, that, and the other to make things better, I need you to take a deep breath, okay? I don't want you to numb yourself, but I also don't want you to think you need to like put a cape on and become a superhero right now, because we have to be realistic, okay? Otherwise, again, I've already explained, we're not going to be helping anyone. So what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is realistic for you? How are you going to make the world a better place right now, realistically? Because I need you to also get rid of the idea that I'm just one person, so I can't do anything. But I need you to also get rid of the idea of I'm going to fix everything. I need to jump in and do this, and I don't know how to. Because it's simpler than you think. But also complicated, I know. You also need to accept that bad things happen and that there is an extent in life in general, but with this as well, that you cannot reach, that you cannot fix, that you cannot control, that you cannot prevent, that is completely out of your control. So, what's out of your control? First, consider that. Okay, get rid of the idea that you're going to fix that or make it better right now, today, right? Because it's not going to happen. You can't. What are your weaknesses? What are things that you can't do? Personally, I felt like, okay, well, I have to start watching the news every day. I have to start educating myself because that's really important. And that's true to some extent. But for me, because I am so highly sensitive and I don't have like this, I don't want to say I don't have a fight in me because I do, but I cannot spend my days crippled by information constantly and arguing with people that I feel I'm wasting my energy. I feel as though my energy can be used in different places. And if you're using your energy in places that you're not strong in, it's going to be wasted. So really consider it. Am I the type of person who's going to be protesting out in it? Does that light me up and make me feel like I'm making a difference, or would that tear me down and I'm not going to help anyone? Be honest with yourself, okay? And don't feel ashamed if that is something that you feel you can't do. Because remember, if you're not feeling full and overflowing like you can help, you're not going to be helping you, and you're not going to be helping anyone. Are you emotionally intelligent? That's me, right? Sometimes I cannot retain information. Like if I read an article, I'll be like, okay, I just forgot everything I just read. I'm not saying I can't do that, I can, but it's just more difficult for me. But on an emotional level, I just feel things naturally, and that kind of stuff just comes to me. And so someone could sit in front of me completely stressed, and I could calm them down and make things feel better. That's my strong suit. So how can I use my strengths in trying times and help others? Today, that step is making videos. I made a TikTok about this. I'm making this YouTube video. That is making me feel like I am taking a step towards calming people down, making the world a little bit of a better place, balancing that evil out. So are you a strong person who can fight? Are you someone who has a political background and you watch the news all the time and that's what lights you up, that's what lights a fire under you to make a difference? Are you the type of person who can help calm families down, talk to people, make videos like this? And it doesn't even have to be something big like that, right? Consider what your strengths are, realistically, what you can do to help. Don't make yourself feel bad for the things that you realistically cannot do to help. But again, don't tell yourself there's nothing you can do at all, because that will just make you feel helpless, and ultimately we need to come together to make a difference. And I do believe that people are generally good. The reason it doesn't feel that way sometimes is because for some reason people do evil things. We could sit here and we could dissect the psychology of that. And am I tempted to? Yes. And am I going to? Probably. But I'm also not going to drive myself mad doing that, because there really is no concrete black or white answer, or we'd have it already. And I'm not sure that there is even supposed to be a concrete black and white answer for a question of that nature. This is not the first time in human history that something like this has happened. It will not be the last, unfortunately. There's something uncomfortable about that, but also comfortable in a way, because we're not the first people to experience something like this, and we also, in this day and age, actually have way more resources to keep each other informed, to keep each other motivated like this. So I have faith that we can handle it better. History class exists for a reason. What's the first thing you learn in history class? You're learning this so it doesn't repeat itself. And I do think that people are smart. People, you think you're not capable because you don't have all of this information, you don't have all of this strength. No, it's just you don't have it in the ways you think you need it. You don't need to be something that you are not. In kindergarten, we learned the basics of right from wrong. We learned don't hit each other. Don't take things that don't belong to you. Don't blow people up. It's wrong. It does not take a genius to know that that is wrong. And it does not take a genius to take small steps in making the world a better place, because when it comes down to it, I was listening to an audiobook driving here, because I just moved here. I think I said that already, but I was listening to an audiobook, Man's Search for Meaning, and it's basically examining the psychology of people in the Holocaust. And I haven't finished it yet, so I can't give a full, but what I was gathering from it is, of course, the physical pain is horrible. It's a disgusting thing we wish never happened, and things are starting to look that way now. So that's extremely disturbing again, because it's like, oh, we had to learn about this thing and feel sick to our stomachs. Now it's, oh my God, it's horrible. But ultimately, what kills people is the psychology of things, our psyche. So the reason I'm saying this is making another point of how I can make a difference is even helping people psychologically through these times, calm those nerves. So yeah, that was me trying to reiterate that you aren't helpless and that there are ways to help, and you just need to kind of like squint and look to the side a little bit and be like, wait, okay, this is what I can do today. And if what you can do today is brush your teeth and take a nap, okay, get up tomorrow and take another little baby step towards doing something, because it's going to help you, it's going to help others. You need momentum here. You do not need to be crippled and paralyzed the way it's intended, okay? We have each other, we have goodness, we have joy, we have love. That's important as well. Do not feel guilty to engage in things that are joyful. Joy is rebellion. I will reiterate one more time. You are not helpless. You are not weak. Everyone has strengths. Just think about it a little bit. It doesn't take a genius to know right from wrong. It does not take a genius to know it's wrong to kill people. I don't need to sit and read a bunch of articles and watch a bunch of news channels to understand that. In my heart of hearts, I can look at one title of an article, see a general idea of what has happened, and understand that it's wrong. And don't let anyone convince you that it's not, and don't let anyone convince you that you need a background in anything, or that you need to be able to have a really engaging conversation and prove somebody wrong to understand that. All you need to understand is that your feelings are valid and that you can make a difference, even in the smallest ways, even in your own life, even in one other person's life. Even just by being who you are affecting so many people that you don't even notice. So please choose love over fear. Being human is really weird and uncomfortable and awkward and gross and horrible, but also amazing. And I know it seems easy for me to be like sitting, drinking an iced coffee and like lounging around talking about something like, oh, easy for you to say, but like I said, we really have to get down and be realistic about things. What can I really do? And I'm not going to sit and die over it. And I will sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna say that that's not necessary sometimes, to have some kind of fire lit under you so you don't just give up and say, screw it, the world is going to hell. But I don't know. I hope I can be some source of light for you during these dark times, and I hope that being that source of light can be my source of light as well. We can support each other, love each other, and keep going, because that's all you can do. Love you.